Well, guys, I finally got one. Been looking for one for a while. Hadn't been able to get a ramp truck. I had bought a couple rollbacks, and that just really what I needed. So I think this thing's gonna work out great. It's a 79 model. It's got 90,000 original miles on it. It was originally a black on white top truck. He had repainted it to red, and the original owner, I guess, built it for a dirt track car or some kind of small race car. But it's got a 454 in it, 400 transmission. This is going to be one of several videos on this truck. Every one I found, I either at the time couldn't afford, that were the nicer ones, and the ones that I could afford, they were not so nice. So a friend of mine, his father had this truck. He bought in 91, and he finally sold it to me, and I think they had put the tires on last year or whatever. I think they've got a couple hundred miles on them, and it's got like 4 or 5 gas tanks on it. I think that one in the center is like a 100-gallon tank that goes all the way down to the frame, and there's another one there, and then both of these panels over here. But it's just a really neat little ramp truck. I drove it back yesterday. Another good friend of mine actually went with me and followed me home, and because the truck really hasn't seen a whole bunch of road trip miles. It's just been used around their house, and but the old truck is, like I said, it needs a good cleaning, and like I said, in videos to come, I'm gonna, of course, clean everything up, and I'm gonna try to polish that paint with something just to get the fade out of it, or put something on it. I know it will come back around. But the truck was a factory tack truck. All the gauges in the old truck actually work. The tack comes on. I hadn't checked the distributor. See if the tack wire is off of it, but once it cranks up, the tack does not function anymore. But it's got great oil pressure. Like I said, 90,000 original miles on the old truck. The dash pad, as you can tell, is just cracked in it. But he actually gave me another dash pad for it as well. But even the old dome light still works. It's just a really, really cool old truck. Let's see. But like I said, original 454 still in it. It's got dual batteries, and I think they put one of them in just for the winch or whatnot. But I drove the truck yesterday a good hour and a half, and anywhere from 65 miles an hour, and it ran great. The transmission has been rebuilt in it at one point in time in its life. I think they said reverse went out, but everything's there for the air. The compressor's not locked up, but I don't know if that pulley is kind of snug on there, so that might have been the reason why they took that off. But, I was very shocked how tight the truck was as far as the front end goes. It was just really, really tight. My dually over there, it nowhere near, and it's OBS, but nowhere near as tight as this little truck. And I'm just fortunate enough to actually finally get one. I've been looking for one of these for a couple of years now. And it does have a trailer hitch, of course, in the back. And the side marker lights, as you can tell on it, are actually the blinker lights for these trucks. And then in the very back, those are integrated off of like a C10, like from the 60s. It does have a little trailer hitch ball back there, and they have pulled a trailer with it as well, and a car behind it. So and I'm debating on leaving or taking the running boards off, but I've had a couple people tell me already just leave them on there, clean everything up. But they are useful, and the truck is really not rusted out. I mean, it is solid on the rockers and all that stuff. I mean, it is hardly any rust at all in this truck. Like I said, the gentleman I got it from, he had the truck since '91, and he mostly put the miles on the truck. And it's got a bunch of storage in this thing, on both sides like that. Storage there. And on both sides, it has two of these tanks right here, and then one long center tank right there under that cover, and then that 100-gallon tank right there. And I can only afford to buy the truck. I would have to go to the bank and take out a loan just to fill the truck up. But surprisingly, I drove it, like I said, an hour and a half yesterday with no hiccups, and I stopped and put some gas in it just to make sure the gauges worked, and it came on back, and it really did not use that much gas. I mean, everybody can comment. I'm sure it gets probably 8, maybe 9 miles to the gallon with that big block, but it never, of course, unloaded, never felt like it was on a strain or anything. I mean, she got plenty of pick up and go. I want to say it has 410 gears in it. And in my videos, I always say, well, this one's for sale. This one really isn't. I plan on holding on to this thing for a while. And once again, I was gracious for the gentleman I got it from to actually sell it to me. And I've been trying to buy it for a while. And luckily, he finally decided to sell it to me. And we're actually going to Lineville this coming up weekend, and my best friend, we're going to put his 56 on the back of this thing, and hopefully between now and then I'm going to clean it up as far as trying to get that paint back to shine a little bit, and polish those wheels. And in the comments, say if y'all leave something that y'all think that would actually get those wheels back clean again. I don't think anybody had ever painted them per se. I just think that's just nasty. But I want to polish the wheels and do something with that paint, and just kind of get the truck a little bit more presentable. But it runs perfect. I mean, that transmission shifts out great. And in the comments, I want y'all to guess, kind of put a price of what y'all think something like this is worth. I'm curious, but it does have I think the winch is a couple years old. It's one of Badland 12,000, but I'm gonna move that winch forward. I'm gonna remove this tank, because wherever I'm gonna go, I'll never need that much fuel capacity at one time. So I'm gonna move all that straight up towards the front of this bed and the winch, and build a headache rack around the back of the cab. And then I'm gonna take and build this up right here and kind of come down and get it where the car can drive all the way up and utilize that whole bed surface area, and kind of get that winch back up in that hole some. But once again, I just think it's a really neat old truck, and it's something I've been needing. Me and my best friend, we've been needing one of these things for a while, and this way you can bring 2 cars down the road, put one on the bed, one on the trailer, and 4-door, and you can, pile people in the back of it, stuff. I mean, it's just so much room for activities, But I just think it's a cool truck. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I'm definitely gonna make one probably right around, I'd say Wednesday, another one on this truck with it cleaned up and everything. But yeah, if y'all like these videos, like and subscribe. And if anybody's in the Alabama area, there's a cool car show coming up this weekend in Lineville, Alabama, and it's always a car show swap meet Saturday and Sunday. So if y'all are able to get out and come, please do. And this thing will be here along with 56, and I'm gonna bring one of my Firebirds or whatever. But yeah, if y'all once again, like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll keep making more of them. And like I said, close to the weekend, I'll actually put the 56 on this thing and make a video of that as well. But hell, until then, y'all be safe. Y'all have a good one.